So welcome to Jumbo IS and welcome to lecture number 8 from Miscellaneous in this lecture series called Prelims Powerplay 2026. Through this lecture series, we will revise all current affairs for your prelims examination, but we won't just restrict ourselves to current affairs, we would also cover the associated static topics as well. So through this lecture series, you will get to revise current affairs as well as static topics which are highly relevant for your prelims examination. If you will follow this lecture series diligently, consistently, you don't have to worry about your revision portion at all. Just follow this lecture series blindly and your revision portion would be taken care of. So make sure you are diligent and consistent with this lecture series. Now, as far as the lectures are concerned, well, these lectures would premiere on YouTube every day at 9 p.m. So be consistent with that. But along with this lecture, we will give you notes. You have to memorize those notes. Then we will enroll you in WhatsApp groups where you can ask your doubts anytime related to anything. And along with this lecture series, we will also give you access to our test series, Prelims test series. Now be regular with those tests. As far as the lectures are concerned, those are there on YouTube. But for notes, for WhatsApp groups and for the test series, you would have to register on our app or on our website. The link to our app and our website are given in the comment section just below this video. So to register for this lecture series, you would just have to click on the links given below in the comment section and that would be all. Just register over there. Okay? All right then. Enough of the introduction. Let's straight away jump into the lecture. And our today's topic of discussion is European Free Trade Association, EFTA. And the reason why we are discussing EFTA is because, well, India signed a free trade agreement with EFTA. Okay? And this agreement has started from 1st October 2025. The agreement was signed in way back in 2024, but its enforcement started from October 2025. So it becomes a part of our this prelims current affairs syllabus. Okay, that is why we will cover it in detail. We will cover everything about EFTA. So pay close attention, give me your 100%, and this topic, well, this will be covered if you give me your 100%, and any MCQ that might come from this topic, well, you will be easily able to solve it. All right, okay then, let's begin. So miscellaneous lecture number 8, European Free Trade Association, EFTA. Now you must have heard about European Union. Yes. Now there are many European countries which are not part of European Union, but they have their own economic engagements. There are 4 such countries which are not part of European Union. Okay. They are Switzerland, Norway, Liechtenstein and Iceland. All 4 countries have created their own union, their own free trade association. And these 4 countries together have created European Free Trade Association. So these 4 countries are not part of EU, but they are part of EFTA. Let's take a look at this graphic, okay, this map. So these are those 4 countries. This is Switzerland, this is Norway, this is Iceland, okay, and Liechtenstein is also there somewhere, okay. So these are the 4 countries that have formed EFTA. Now what is EFTA? And how is it different from European Union? Okay. So EFTA is a regional trade organization established in 1960 as an alternative to European Economic Community. European Economic Community later became European Union. So these 4 countries were not happy with European Economic Community, the way it functions, and European Union. They never wanted to be a part of European Union. So they created their own economic integration model. And that was EFTA. Remember this part, okay? Now, what is the purpose of EFTA? What is the purpose of EFTA between these 4 countries? Well, it promotes free trade in industrial goods among members without a customs union. So, these 4 countries have a free trade agreement, okay? But this free trade agreement falls short of customs union. Now, you need to be aware of the fact that what is a customs union? You see, European Union is a customs union, but EFTA is just a free trade association. It's not a customs union. What is customs union? So pay close attention to this definition. In customs union, member countries eliminate internal tariffs. Okay. No import-export duty when they are trading with each other. So when Iceland is trading with Switzerland, okay, importing or exporting anything, no import or export duty would be there. Clear? This is a customs union. There is one more thing. Now, this is the case in European Union also. So, European Union is a customs union, okay? And to this extent, EFTA is also a customs union, but customs union also has one more condition. And adopt a common external tariff for goods from non-member countries. Now, if India wants to trade with Iceland or Switzerland, well, Iceland would also charge similar custom duty and Switzerland would also charge similar custom duty. If that is the case, then this is a customs union. Okay, if an external trade partner comes, then all countries will charge same customs duty. That is in case of customs union. But EFTA is not a customs union. EU is. So if you're trading with Germany, if you're trading with France, same customs duty. Okay, but in case of EFTA, when you're trading with Iceland, different customs duty. When you're trading with Switzerland, different customs duty. Okay, so they have an internal free trade agreement, no tariffs, import-export duty. But when they trade with an external trading partner, they don't have a common external tariff. The free trade association, which has a common external tariff, becomes a customs union. So remember this part. Now you know what a customs union is. There are two conditions for customs union. Condition number one, no internal duties, tariffs. And when trading with an external country, common tariffs. Okay, these are the two conditions. These two conditions are satisfied by European Union, but are not satisfied by European Free Trade Association. Iceland can charge a different custom duty. Liechtenstein can charge a different custom duty. Okay, so remember this part. Its members participate in the EU single market area via European Economic Community. Okay, so these countries also have access to European Union. So they are part of European Union's free trade agreement. What has happened is that, look, this is European Economic Area. Countries who are part of European Economic Area won't charge any tariffs when trading with each other. Now, European Economic Area is different from EU. Okay, European Union. Because in European Economic Area, these dark blue countries are countries from European Union. These green countries are from EFTA. Then these light blue, this are countries which are non-EEA, EFTA state. And then there are these countries which are neither part of European Union nor part of EFTA, but part of European Economic Area. That means they don't charge tariffs with each other. So remember the distinction between EU and EEA and EFTA. It is very important. Read over here. What is European Economic Area? A single market connecting 31 European countries, all EU members plus Iceland, Liechtenstein, Norway, to ensure free movement of goods, services, people, capital, operating under common rules. No tariffs between each other. Okay, so this is the thing. So remember certain facts about EU, certain facts about European Free Trade Association and European Economic Area. By the way, some more facts about EFTA with India. Okay, so India is EFTA's fifth largest trading partner. So all these four countries put together, India is their fifth largest trading partner. The largest is European Union, then US, Britain, China, and then India. And within EFTA, Switzerland is India's largest trading partner, followed by Norway. Remember these facts as well. Clear? Now let's move on to the history of formation of EFTA. Now you know certain key differences: European Economic Area, EU, European Union, and EFTA. Three different things. Now, formation of EFTA. So EFTA originated from the Stockholm Convention, signed on January 4th, 1960 by 7 countries. So initially 7 countries signed Stockholm Convention, which created EFTA. Who were these 7 countries? Austria, Denmark, Norway, Portugal, Sweden, Switzerland, and UK. These 7 countries initially formed EFTA. Clear? And the reason why they formed EFTA was to counterbalance EEC. What was EEC? Which later turned into European Union. So they wanted to counterbalance European Union. They didn't like European Union, so they wanted to create, these European countries wanted to create their own economic community. Okay. Now the former name of European Union was EEC, European Economic Community, in 1957. Okay. Then later, most of these countries eventually joined European Union. So they shifted sides. Okay, UK shifted sides, Denmark, Portugal, Austria, Sweden, Finland, they all changed and shifted to EU, and only 4 countries were left which created EFTA. So today, these 4 countries form EFTA. Okay, then remember, Stockholm Convention created EFTA, then EFTA was upgraded through Vaduz Convention in 2001, which further liberalized trade between them. Clear? Now let's quickly take a look at the objectives of EFTA. So EFTA aims to eliminate tariffs on industrial products internally while allowing members flexibility for bilateral trade deals. Now remember, France and India cannot have bilateral trade deals because France is part of European Union. There will be a bilateral trade deal between India and European Union, right? That is the disadvantage of being a part of European Union. You have to negotiate your trade deals with others as part of European Union. But in EFTA, well, EFTA member countries can negotiate bilateral trade deals with others. Okay, no other country of EFTA would force anything on them. Focusing on economic integration without supranational institutions. So basically, they didn't want to create an institution or a supranational institution. What do you mean by supranational institution? An institution which is above your national government. Like European Union is above France's or Germany's national government. So they didn't want that. It promotes trade expansion globally through joint free trade agreements and supports members' access to EU single market via EEA for 3 states. Okay, because, well, if you have a free trade agreement with Liechtenstein, then Liechtenstein also has access to European Union's market. So you can indirectly have a free trade agreement with European Union. This is the reason why India also conducted a free trade agreement with EFTA. But that's a separate thing. We'll talk about it later. Okay. So these are the objectives. Now, as far as the structure of EFTA is concerned, well, it operates intergovernmentally with decision making by consensus through EFTA Council. So EFTA Council contains the ministers and ambassadors from member countries, and EFTA Council is the highest decision making body in EFTA. Decisions are not taken by majority vote. Decisions are only taken by consensus. All have to agree on that particular decision. Its secretariat is in Geneva, okay, headed by Secretary General. EFTA together has 31 free trade agreements with non-EU countries. Like they have a free trade agreement with Canada, Chile, Gulf Cooperation Council, South Korea, and now recently India. They signed a free trade agreement with India. Okay. For EEA compliance, Iceland, Liechtenstein, Norway use EFTA. This is not important. Okay. So this is all you need to know as far as EFTA is concerned. Now let's talk about that news item for which EFTA was in news. And that is India's free trade agreement with EFTA. Okay. The name of the free trade agreement is Trade and Economic Partnership Agreement, TEPA. Okay. So India signed this agreement in 2024. And this agreement came into force on 1st October 2025. And because it came into force in 2025, it's part of 2025's current affairs, which is your syllabus for Prelims 2026. That's why we are talking about this. Okay. Now, some key features of this free trade agreement, what was signed, what was agreed upon in this free trade agreement. Well, all of that information is given in your notes. But some key details about this free trade agreement between India and EFTA. Well, capital investment, India would receive $100 billion worth of FDI from these countries. Tariff liberalization, okay? Trade on goods and services. Trade on goods. Import and export duty would be reduced in both areas. Then boost for services and mobility. Indians can work in these countries. These country people, citizens can work in India. Mobility for services. Intellectual property rights. There were certain agreements on that. Inclusive development. Tech collaboration. These countries would transfer some technology to India. And, well, not socio-economic factors. Basically, sorry about this. Basically, India will gain a lot out of it. Global recognition. This was the point. This is what had to be written over here. Global recognition. By signing a free trade agreement with EFTA, India's standing in global agreements has increased. Okay, that was the point. But nonetheless, these are the key details. The most important ones are this, and this. Okay. Now, as far as this free trade agreement with EFTA is concerned, it has a lot of benefits for India, and there are some challenges as well. There are a few benefits, few challenges, few points. So we won't discuss them in today's lecture. These are given in your notes. Just go through that. All right. And that would be all. With that, we conclude today's session. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. And I'm sure it has added value to your preparation. But it will add more value if you're consistent and regular with this lecture series. That means watching this lecture every day at 9 p.m. But along with this, you have to memorize the notes. You have to ask your doubts in the WhatsApp groups as soon as they occur to you, and be regular with the tests. Along with this lecture series, you are getting access to an exhaustive list of tests. Okay? Be regular with those tests, as tests are the most important, most critical portion of your preparation. Okay? So do all these things, and I'm sure you will clear this time's prelims examination and book your seat for mains examination. Okay? On that note, I'll be signing off with the promise of seeing you again with another topic in this lecture series called Prelims Powerplay. Thank you, everyone.